Hi guys, it's Lara. Thank you so much for watching and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I ended up with red hair and I will also talk shortly about the product that I used for that. It's Autumn Red from Nila. But to be honest, this was not planned at all. Admittedly, this was an emergency solution and my plan was totally different, but I didn't stick with it and I screwed up, shortly said, and this is the consequence. But fortunately, as I said, it's a consequence I can totally live with. This is just I don't even know how to start this video. I just feel so stupid. Now, if you want to know why I had to use this product and what on earth have I done that I needed to dye my hair red, even though that was not the plan at all, then please keep watching. Just for the record, this video is not sponsored. I bought this semi-permanent hair dye myself. I paid 29 euros for this bottle. That's 300 milliliters and I haven't used up the entire bottle, so there might be about that much left, which is good to know because that's quite a lot of money. Now, if you don't know Nila, it's a Swedish cruelty-free and vegan brand. They have these semi-permanent hair dyes and also conditioners, shampoos and hair masks. I have already used 2 other shades from Nila and I have a video about that, so I will link it down below in case you missed that video. I created a sandy blonde with pearl and sand. At the beginning it was a little too orange, but then it washed out gradually and it was so nice, and it also washed out really nicely. It says on the packaging that these semi-permanent hair dyes are supposed to last something between 4 and 10 washes. So if you want to try out something new and you don't want to dye your hair to something permanent, it's a really great option. Now, these colors will get as vibrant as on their color chart only if your hair is very light. So my hair was bleached, and where the hair was bleached, the color is really super red. But on my roots it created only red reflexes, so that's also something you have to keep in mind if you want to try them out. So I thought the best would be to show you first how I use this color, and then I will explain the disaster behind it. First, I washed my hair with a silicone-free shampoo. I personally like using solid shampoos. And then I towel dried my hair. I brushed my hair through properly. I put a cover over my shoulders. And I put on plastic gloves because it gets really messy. I started applying the hair dye on my roots first. I made sure that all areas were thoroughly covered. Then I put the hair dye also on the length and I massaged it thoroughly in. And obviously I continued doing so until my entire hair was covered in the hair dye. It says on the packaging that you're supposed to leave it in for up to 10 minutes. Once the time was up, I rinsed my hair out and I used a conditioner as usual. And here is what my hair looked like when it was air dried. I personally like leaving the hair dye on a little bit longer for more coverage and more intense result. So, and this is the final result. I love it. I think this is a really pretty shade, and I also love the way it came out with the dark roots and a little bit lighter ends. So I'm super happy. Now, my experience with the other shades from Nila that I used in the past, Pearl and Sand, was that when I washed my hair, the color kind of bled out, which means it always covered the lighter parts again, so it washed out nicely and evenly. So I hope this is going to be the case here. And another thing, I might use in the future the vibrant red color that they have, or maybe some another brand like Directions, for example, has a really nice dark red shade, because they are obviously darker, they weren't bleached, and this color creates only red reflexes on darker hair. And I don't know how is it gonna look when I'm gonna have new roots, like when the hair will grow out. So I will try this first, and should that not cover the new roots well enough, I might try on the roots something a little bit more vibrant, but for the rest of my hair I will definitely continue using this one because I absolutely love this shade. And now to the background. Why on earth did I have to do this? Well, long story short, I completely screwed up and I have absolutely no one else to blame but myself. Now, if you're new on this channel, I had icy blonde hair. I have a video about my icy blonde routine, so if you're new here, I will link it down below. And this summer I have decided to grow out my natural hair color, so I dyed my hair once with the two already mentioned shades from Maria Nila, Pearl and Sand, to a sandy blonde. I washed it out a little bit and then I went to a hairdresser and I had it dyed professionally with a herbal hair dye to a beige blonde. The hairdresser even encouraged me to use the herbal hair dye at home myself. She sold me 2 packages so that I could get it gradually a little bit darker, and I was supposed to go with her to a seminar in November where she would dye my hair again a little bit darker, and she would even do it for free. But I found out that I will not be able to go to the seminar, so I had to cancel, and that means I would have to go to her salon again. But to be honest, I cannot afford to pay so much again so soon because I'm also paying for my braces monthly, and that's quite a lot of money. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use the color she gave me, and then I will have to find another solution for now. So I dyed my hair once more with the hair color that I brought from the hair salon. The hair got just a little bit darker, but not much. But it was a really nice beige shade, this time a little bit darker. And since I knew that I will not be going to the seminar, I thought, like, you know what, I'm so tired of running around with these super dark roots and golden hair. It doesn't look put together. I will dye it a little bit darker sooner. So I started researching herbal hair dye brands, and I found the brand Kadi. This is the packaging they use for their hair dyes. And I picked a completely wrong shade, retrospectively seen. I should have picked something that has a little red in it, and then I would have been fine. But I picked an ashy color, and that was the biggest mistake I could have ever done. To my defense, I at least called their hotline first. They have a hotline, Kadi, where you can ask questions about their products, and they're really nice. And I explained my entire hair situation. I explained that it has been dyed twice with a herbal hair dye, that it has been bleached before and everything. I even explained what shade I picked, so we talked it through. They told me what I should be aware of. And then instead of doing a test strand, I dumped it on my entire head. And here's what happened. The herbal hair dye already looked suspiciously too green to me, but I thought, okay, maybe it's supposed to be like that, so I left it on for 20 minutes, just like they told me on the hotline, and then I rinsed it out. Okay, this is no joke. My hair is literally green. Like, oh my god, it's just bad. Did I fuck my hair completely up? Like, oh boy. This was not supposed to happen. I talked to the hotline, I followed their instructions exactly as they said. Well, they said should it turn kind of green, I can still rinse it out again. And they said I should not use a sour rinse because then the hair would be red. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna rinse it out once more, and then I'm gonna use a sour rinse, and hopefully I'm gonna look a little bit different when I talk to you again. Okay, I rinsed it out and it's still effing green. Now the lady on the hotline also told me, yeah, you can also like blow dry it should the hair have a greenish shade. But when she said greenish shade, I didn't expect that I would be matching my towels. Now that's a major fail, isn't it? That's just bad. The good news though is that my roots are now not that much darker than the rest of the hair. Can we just turn the day back, get up, and don't do this failure? Like really, like even the roots where I had my natural color, that's supposed to be dark blonde, but it's literally like dark bluish green. I mean, it's actually a pretty shade, but honestly, that's not the shade I was aiming for. When I was talking to the hotline lady, she told me to blow dry my hair with hot air should my hair have a light green hue, so I tried that. It was supposed to activate any red pigmented components in the herbal hair dye, so I hoped that it would work. And even though here on camera you can't really see the green, in reality my hair still had a lot of green in it. Alright guys, so this is the next day. I just washed my hair and my hair is still damp. Now, sadly you can still see how horrible the hair is, because when I look in the viewfinder it looks like a weird grayish light brown, but when I look in the mirror that I have in front of me it looks like olive green. So I guess it's definitely the light situation as well. But this is pretty real, the mirror that I have in front of me, and I can tell you it's not a good look. Now, I washed my hair because I want to get rid of as much color as possible. Usually you're not supposed to wash your hair for at least 24 hours, in ideal case for 48 hours when you dye your hair with herbal hair dye, because you want the color to stick and you want to have a long-lasting result, but that's not the case here. I don't want this. I want to get rid of this. So when I washed my hair with the shampoo and when I rinsed the hair out, the color of the water that came out was literally green, like pure green. So I can tell that quite a lot came out, and I can tell that there are some parts of my hair where the green is almost gone. So there is hope. And honestly, it's not such a horrible thing, because this is nothing that couldn't be fixed with a little bit of red pigment, because red and green cancel each other. So here is what the hair looked like on daylight before I dyed it with the red semi-permanent hair dye. So here I was, my hair a complete mess, and all I could think about was why, oh why didn't I do the goddamn test strand? So lesson learned, it was too late, and I knew the only thing that could save my hair color would be something with red in it, because red cancels green out. So I thought about it a little bit and I decided not to use a herbal hair dye anymore, because herbal hair dyes are pretty much permanent. They don't just wash out just like semi-permanent hair colors. And that's actually, to be honest, not what I want long term. So I decided to use a semi-permanent hair dye, and that's how I ended up with Autumn Red from Nila. And I'm very happy with the result. I'm still mad at myself because that could have been all easily avoided if I would have done the damn test strand, but I didn't, and I can't turn back time, so all I can do is to learn from that mistake. And I thought at least I can share this story with you so that we all can have a good laugh at me for doing stupid things. And at the end, I'm really happy with the result, so this story does have a happy end, so all is good. And that's it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If that was the case, don't forget to give the video a thumb up, because that really helps my channel. And you can also subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet. And as usual, I will link and list down below a lot of stuff that can be either useful or interesting for you. And all of my Instagram accounts are also linked down below, and any music that I use in my videos is also always listed down below. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you with my next video. Bye!